Hello and welcome everybody. We are here today for the race in Qatar, Tier 1 in SLR, and it's the 6th round of the season. You can see the championship standings right here in front of you. Today you've got the commentators Eversnacks, and joining me for today is Horizon. Welcome to the commentary booth.
Yeah, hello. Thanks for the invite. It's my first time here in the commentary, so don't expect too much from me. It's just I'm looking around and yeah, trying some new things.
Yeah, and we are already in qualifying, nothing much happening yet. Can you talk us a bit through the championship standings? We've got the drivers' instructor standings.
Yeah, on the first place we have Justin with 122 points. Then after that there's Jamie with 71 points. Then Markandes, 69 points, Noah, 49 points, Tsunari with 39 points, Tough with 34 points, Naiku also with 34 points, Christian with 18 points, and Run Cruiser with 17. And after that, going for the 20 to 11, there is Basco with 15 points, Verge with 6 points.
And well, you can see the rest for yourself, quite close to the team standings, and quite a bit of a gap for Justin in the driver standings. But I will be cutting you off because we are ready to go qualifying. And you should now be able to see the action. So first two guys out on track today are the two Red Bull guys, Warch and John Wick. We've seen some teamwork from them before, and it's Warch starting the first lap here for qualifying. I am not expecting any rain in qualifying, I have to admit.
Yeah, it's Qatar, what did you expect?
Yeah, we're kind of in the middle of a desert here. But yeah, we've got Warch just throwing his car into the corners like you have to on this track. So Qatar, very high-speed track, and especially a lot of high-speed corners. Like there's a lot of corners, but they're very quick, or at least most of them are. There's a few break-in zones as well, so overtaking is very much possible. I think most of the overtakes will be happening on the main straight, however. Everybody currently out on the softs. We've got Tuge and Lepson still in the pits. I think we lost connection from Tuge earlier. I'm hoping he's back into the session. And we've got Gorla, the only one doing just a banker lap on mediums, being out of the track fields.
So my game's crashing right now. Yeah, it crashed.
That is
I'll be
suboptimal,
back.
but yeah, we'll just have you back as soon as possible. Go for a little drink break from, you know, just step outside the commentary booth real quick, and we'll have you back in as soon as possible. But now we've got to get out of the pits as well, and we've got Warch setting the very first hot lap here, and for him it will be a 122.3. I believe he can do better than that later. And it's John Wick with a 121.6. That is more what I would have expected, and Jamie setting a 121.0. So Jamie, of course, one of those super fast drivers in this tier. Yeah, I was expecting a good lap time there. After we've got Smelter and Basco in the two Haas's setting their laps solidly in the midfield, I'll say. And we've got Joel approaching the finish line now as McKenna sets a 121.1. And oh yeah, Joel is on an outlap. I am sorry, I have missed Noah. Noah here, one of the top guys in the championship. P3 for him for now. That's a 121.2. And you can already see. Oh, I'm sorry, we've got some slight technical issues. Just give me one moment. Yes, we've got Noah in P3 right now. He's, of course, 4th place in the championship, but he's shown a lot of very fast rides already, so we know what he's capable of. But the guy to watch now, perhaps, like Rich here, the other McLaren's teammate, on a top lap as well. The finish line, and Tuge going on to his first hot lap, and Christian for the final corner. I think I might have lost a bit of time there. It's very outside of the track, and it's 140.6. So this time it's not a lot, and he's 4/10 clear of everybody else. So Christian definitely the guy to watch here. Out of those banker laps, that's quite a bit of a gap. Like he's a second ahead of most everybody in the tier. And he's also 4/10 of the guys behind him. The guys who are trying to challenge today. Not challenging today, of course. Justin, our championship leader, by quite a big margin. Yeah, he's racing today. So it's a chance for everybody else to just collect some points, catch up to him. Of course, they're not going to be able to overtake him. He's got that much of a gap in the championship. Even I think if he missed 2 races, I don't think it's possible. Well, no, it would be possible, but you'd have to take both fastest laps and both victories to catch up to him. And even then, it's just by 1 point. You would be leading him. So Justin has shown quite some dominance in this tier just by driving calmly, driving very consistently, making sure he doesn't make any big mistakes. And now it's Tuge across the line, and it's a 122.1 for him. So perhaps not the best out of him for now. I'm sure he'll be able to do another lap later on. Right now I think everything has calmed down a bit. We've got Joel still out on the track. I'm not sure if he's pushing right now. It does look like he's pushing this. That is the car of the driver who is pushing it. By the way, Gorla in the last place currently on the mediums. Of course, to be expected, the mediums are a lot slower here than the softs and soft tires. They just stick to the track. Yeah, Joel is having to correct his steering a bit there. Bit of a wiggle, another one. Yeah, I think Joel is just trying to find his lines over the track for now. Might have not done that much practice. It looks like I think he just needs to find the lines and will be off. And it's 123.5 for him for now. I think we've got Joao Santos, who's just recently started racing with us. He is from the outlap straight into the pits. So who do we have out on track right now? We've got Warch now doing his first lap by himself after doing this team. So on the first lap I think he's just looking for something very, very clear there. Which he's got. There's no also have
So
Joel out on the track still. No, I think he's not back out on the track. We've got Fortune to the pits. Oh, he did stay out on his tires as well, so he didn't go for his second push lap.
So for you, I'm back. My FPS rate is back up again. I don't know what happened. Just my FPS were so low, I don't know what to do. And then the game crashed. But I'm back and
yeah, so
I will give you the lead.
We've recently had some issues with FIEA. Let's put it that way. Yeah, some technical issues with everything pretty much, but it should be fine for the remainder of the race. I'm hoping that there's not going to be any desync like we had last week. I think that was a bit of an issue, but for now it's all looking good. Tuge, of course, we lost him for a bit at the start of qualifying, but it should be fine now. And he sets his lap time well now. And we'll see what he gets. I'm sure he'll improve, and it's a 121.3, so must have been a big mistake on his first banker lap, and then that's his first push lap. On older tires, important to call out here. But McKenna, his teammate, hot lap, I believe. And he, of course, has one of those drivers to watch. He's third in the championship right now. It's like Jamie ahead of him. Qualifying right now is also ahead of him in the championship. And we do see him just barely taking his corners. He throws his car in gear, and then move to the next corner shift up into 6th gear. Take a bit of a wider line through here, don't take too much of the road. Just overtake all throughout the lap. Carry as much speed as you can here, use that curve, be careful though, because there's a bit of a wobble there. There's just that slight hole on the curve. You have to be a bit careful with that. We saw last week that you can get launched into the air as Justin did. Somebody in Tier 2 had the same issue actually. Lapson, of course, also racing today, but he has been tired. He's obviously
he joined back. I think he lost connection.
Yeah,
but I don't know
that's
exactly.
also one of those issues we keep having, that you might lose connection and be unable to put that in circle game so tough luck for Lepson there. He's gonna be quite mad about that, because I don't think it's one of his worst runs. He's actually quite quick around here, and I'm sure he would have tried to get into the top 10 here qualifying. He has lost that chance now, and he's gonna have to go for a recovery drive. Christian seems to have invalidated his lap. No, I think that might... No, it's not an out lap. Yeah, he's invalidated his lap. He might go for another one, perhaps. We'll have to see. And Root Cruiser in the Kick Sauber takes P3. Crystals, I think, just took P5 as well. And we'll go on board with Jamie. Jamie also at the top of the championship standings. But that's not looking very good. Yeah, I don't think he is... Get out of it more. I don't really believe all the questioning here. Yes, he is. Yes, must be. Let's see if he moves over the first two sectors. And he seems to be down just that slight bit, so he might be able to beat the cruiser. That's just a tiny gap between them. Perhaps he has a chance of making it past McKenna, but he won't be able to come to it. I'm sure. I don't think he will be able to find 4/10 in the final sector. Oh, and that's an invalidation, and right as it is, I think he might have just seen that his delta was positive. That was a really good lap for him. Somebody perhaps watch now Nari hasn't settled up yet. Let's say 56.9 for the first 2 seconds.
So Icewind told in streaming chat, engine sounds on board are a bit too loud compared to your voice, Alice Max.
Okay, I will fix the audio real quick, and we'll leave you with just the wonderful pictures of work for the second run. Perhaps you can talk.
Yep, sure. There he is. So, Birch going through sector 3 right now. I don't know his times right now. He didn't tell me, but he's going for the pit lane. Maybe he invalidated his lap or just doesn't.
So Joao Santos has just gone into P16. I don't think he'll be happy with that. He might try again. And we've got Joel out on the track as well, but he's not pushing. I think he might have just settled that as well. Yes, he did. He did improve on his lap there. Perhaps he wants to go for a after that. So yeah, we're seeing a lot of drivers today just pulling into the pits at the end of their hot lap due to invalidations, or perhaps it's just because they are seeing that their delta is positive and they will just save up those tires, just pull into the pits because they're not going to improve either way. Right, so John Wick onto a hot lap now. I think the current time he has is still from his first run at the start of qualifying, where he got a bit of a tow from his teammate. He was, I think, a bit more than a second behind his teammate, but that should still be enough to get at least a bit of a tow on the main straight. But of course...
Oh! And Joel invalidated his lap on the...
Yeah, I think Joel
What turn is it? I don't know.
I think Joel was going for a cooldown lap either way. I think he already did his hot lap, so yeah, that might have been planned. But
yeah.
yes, John Wick now
Icewind,
in the middle sector.
Icewind still maybe tune down the engine sound a notch, then it should be fine. Off board is fine and on board is quite too loud.
We'll do so, thanks for your feedback. I hope that the cars are still gonna be... Well, you'll be able to hear them. There you go. And it's John Wick through the final corner, and we'll see what lap time he does. He is still pushing, and it will be an improvement, and it's a 121.1! John Wick, our Tier 1 and Tier 2 driver. I just want to call out as the guy who's gonna have to beat him tomorrow. So yeah, John Wick with 121.1, that was a good lap time from him. Good effort. I think we've got Crystals as the first one out on... Oh! And I should not have talked about him. I'm sorry, Crystals. I know that I curse you all the time. Kender, our current P2, is going to be the one we're going to be following. Yeah, so, sorry Crystals, I meant to curse you just a little bit there. So McKenna now at the end of Sector 2, and it's going to be a 56.8, and he's improved by a 10th. Yeah, I was going to say, that was looking like a pretty good second sector here around this track. We'll have to see if he can make any improvement in the final sector as well. If he can, then he could be able to get close to Christian, but it does not look like it will be enough so far. So McKenna through the final corner, taking that curb. It's looking good for him, but is it good enough? It is for an improvement. It is not for pole, so 120.8 from him. Got Jamie just starting his lap. Wolf will try to follow around some of the other cars here. Noah just starting his lap as well. Can you tell us where Tuga is on the track right now?
Tuga, I can't actually.
You cannot. Okay. So Tuga on. Oh, he's just finishing his lap. Yeah, that could be a good one, and it did look like a fast lap there out of the final corner. and it's a 121.3, so he stays in P8 for now. Who's going to be able to beat him? We've got Noah on his lap, we've got Jamie on his lap as well, who's going to be close to finishing their lap. I think we've got Wirch, yes, Wirch in P8, with just that slight improvement, beating out Tuge. We've got the McLaren of Christian, and he sets another lap time that's even better, 120.492. What an incredible lap from him. So our McLaren driver out of nowhere, just over 3/10 ahead of the other guys, and it's Tunari in P2. Tunari with a 120.7, so closing that gap just a bit, but still 2/10. 2/10 of a gap there. I have to admit I was not expecting that today. Vikander invalidates his lap. Got Room Cruiser still out there in P6 now. Noah going P3 in the other McLaren, so looking like a very good qualifying from McLaren there. Can they convert it to a race win? We will see.
So Jamie is 1/1000th of a second behind Markinder.
Oh yeah,
thanks, Icewind.
He's gonna be annoyed.
Like 1/1000th of a second, it's way less than a blink.
Yeah, and look at that tiny gap to Noah as well. They're just 200ths of a second behind that. So very close field here. In the midfield as well, you've got like several drivers within just 3/10. So very contested here, but yeah, the lap time gaps are not that big around Qatar. It is one of those tracks where there's just not that much of a difference you can make. But we had one driver showing that it is possible to pull a gap here, and it's Christian. Pole position for him. What a good qualifying session. So now everybody will be waiting expectantly. Is there going to be rain for the race? No, there is not, because it's Qatar. We're in the middle of the desert still. It does rain in the desert every few years, actually.
No, every year in rain time. I think it's about February. I don't know exactly, but around that time.
I'm pretty sure that in the middle of like those huge deserts, I think in the Sahara Desert it doesn't rain that much. But
no, it doesn't.
Are we not gonna see? Are we not gonna see the qualifying results here? Did I blink? Yeah, it looks like we're not gonna get any qualifying results, but you did see what happened in qualifying. So very good qualifying for the McLarens in P1 and P3, and yeah, there's just a tiny gap there, 1/1000th of a gap. That's gonna be very annoying, especially out in front. Because out in front, it is possible to just make those moves in the first lap. Of course, you don't want to just send it down the inside, but perhaps if the guys out in front are fighting, then you can just pull around the outside. Just see if you can stick your car somewhere and potentially make up some positions. So every single position you lose up there is going to make a big difference towards your race, potentially. If you get stuck behind somebody who's slower, if you get stuck behind somebody who's on slower tires, and that is going to be very annoying. The tires are going to make a difference here, I'm sure. So the soft tires, they don't last at all. Oh, and we're already starting. We don't have any info here on the screen, but we do see the two McLarens out in front, and we've got Tunari between them in P2. And the race has started. We've got Christian with a pretty good start. We've got a very good start from Tunari. He's already on the inside, and he is keeping that inside line. We've got Vikander pulling around the outside. Jamie behind them, so Vikander not taking any position from Noah there. Room Cruiser has just gained a position on Smelto. I think those two guys are just fighting each other. We've got a lot of position changes at the back. We've got Tuge fighting Mepo, but out in front it is still Christian from Tunari, from Noah, and behind them Vikander and Jamie. Smelto now making the move on Room Cruiser again, and oh, I'm seeing a crash! That is Smelto into the wall. Let's hope he didn't damage his wing too much there, but he did just drive into a wall, so that should be quite painful for his car. And Basco as well, getting involved in some kind of incident there. So we will just have to pull up the info now, because for some reason it wasn't shown to us before. We'll show you the tires as well. We're not seeing any moves right now. We are seeing, however, some drivers on lap P1 from the start. We've got Tunari and Noah still behind as well. But then the further down you... Oh, that was a bit of a wiggle there from Noah. And it's given McKenna the chance to take the inside line. And he is going to take that gladly. And Jamie on the inside of him as well. They're going 3 wide into turn 1. And Jamie tries to make that move on McKenna. McKenna going for the defensive. He's not going to try to overtake Noah here. Oh, and it's Naiko with a 10-second penalty. We've got...
Ooh.
I'm sorry, we've got some people pitting and Naiko just retires right away because of the 10-second penalty, I'm sure. Possible race strategies were being shown. The game seems to think that medium hard or medium hard is the way to go. I don't think our drivers think so. It seems like they think our tires are going to be the best for the start of the race.
The stream is currently struggling a bit.
The stream is struggling. Yeah, that is not very good. We'll have to see if I can do anything about that.
For the spectators, is the stream also for you buggy? Or
yeah, I just saw
just a bit laggy?
Pretty bad. Wait, I'll just have to lower the bitrate a bit for a while, and perhaps that's gonna be a bit better. So sorry for the inconvenience, but we did see a change and we missed it. It is a DRS overtake on the main straight, and it is from Tunari on Prix. So Tunari now up into P1 and the 2 McLarens behind. Right, so medium tires onto this car, on John Wick's car in P7 and 8. We're seeing a gap between the DRS windows. Oh yeah, the stream seems to still be struggling actually.
Yeah, but also it's a race. There's much defense going on.
Yeah, that is not what you want to hear. Of course, as little desync as possible is what you want to do. P7, John Wick P8, those 2 guys are on mediums. We've got some drivers on the mediums behind as well. Lepson started on the mediums, still on the mediums, and Joel went on to... Oh, and we're seeing an overtake again. The
stream is still...
The stream's not looking good, is
kind
it?
of laggy. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, we are
it's still
very
laggy,
sorry for that. I can't really seem to change anything about it right now because I do not know where the issue is coming from.
Oh, and there's a yellow flag in sector 3.
So that yellow flag is an overtake. I think Joel just lost some time there. I think that's something happens with him. Let's go along with a 3-second penalty. Stream quality seems to be very bad right now. I will have to see if I can do anything about that. I'm very sorry. The issue is that the guys in charge of the streaming are racing right now.
And Joao Santos also with a 3-second time penalty. Qatar is a very known track for pretty strict track limits as well as Imola.
Yeah, so very easy to pick up penalties for track limit violations here, because you just want to be pushing as much as possible. You want to be getting as close as possible to the limit, and when you're close to the limit, of course, it's easy to go past the limit as well. And we're seeing an overtake here, actually, or an attempted overtake. Maple trying to get past John Wick for P8, but he's going to have to pull out of that.
Lapson on P16 right now already gained 5 positions there. Great job.
Yes,
I'm sorry, Lapson 0.0.
Yeah, of course, that's the name 0.0. We know it. We love it. 0.0.
Yeah.
Yeah, so of course that will be because of people having issues at the back. Both Smelto and Joel, I think, all picking up some damage at the start of the race. So Mike retiring will also give him a free position. But now we'll be looking at the front. We'll be seeing if Tunari can make the pass back on Christian, and it seems like he can. Yes, he has gained position. So Tunari back up into P1 and the two McLarens behind.
Safety car.
Safety car!
There's a safety car. Joel, I don't know what happened, but Joel gained a 3-second time penalty, and right after that, he did not crash into a wall.
Yes, I think Joel just had a lot of oversteer out of this corner that you were watching right now with Smelto. I will take that chance to try and fix the stream real quick, so I will be perhaps gone for just a bit. I'll have to try and fix my internet. Give me 1 second.
Parts. Maybe he's got some front wing damage. No, he didn't. Well, interesting decision. I think it's quite early for Hart because we still have 23 laps left.
Oh, did that just happen for you as well?
What?
Did we just lose connection to the... Did I lose connection to the lobby, or did everyone?
I think you did.
Okay, so
Wait,
we're having...
no.
Give me 1 second. We're having some big technical issues right now. We will be going back to the race screen as soon as possible. But for now, perhaps you can give just some audio commentary until I fix this issue.
Alright. So... I will admit I make the wrong call. Some other people are already going for the pits also. And so, oh Jesus, for me there's so much desync. Yeah, so Eversnex is trying to fix the problems, and Verge is the only one at the back who's staying on medium tires. And in the front, there's Christian, Jamie, Room Cruiser, Crystals, Guria, and Basco at hards. They're staying on the hards. It's an interesting decision. We will see if it's worth staying out on the hards. But I'm not the only one who's having so much desync. Oh, bro, there are lots of position changes because of the desync. We will see if it's getting better or worse.
Right, I am back. I'll have to get back into the lobby, but it seems like for some reason my connection is still looking quite bad. I do not know what the issue is right now. We'll just try to hop back into the lobby and hope you'll be able to see the action in the race.
So Smelter is still 33 seconds, 35 seconds behind Verge, who is the last driver of the pack. We will see if he can make it in time, or if the safety car gets in before he can before he can join the pack at the back.
Okay, so we'll cool the car, go to the grid. You can test your drink. Static pipe point learn when you arrive on the grid. Turn 7, that left toggle was too much.
Oh, don't crash. Please don't crash. Oh no, my game is so laggy also. I think EA is trying to tell me, get out of here. Because my game is so laggy.
I
Right, so
don't know
Again.
if I can, because I'm pretty sure if you end the stream, it cuts off like the session on YouTube was set for that stream to act.
Mein Gott.
it's showing intermission. Yes, it's working. Right, I will be gone. I'll have to try and fix my router. Thank you so much for jumping in.
No worries. Right, sorry for that delay, folks. I've been brought in rather unexpectedly. Just give me a minute or two. We're just back from under safety car. We actually got the timing quite okay there. I don't know if I have any backup commentary with me. I haven't actually put the in fact, I didn't put it on the Discord. So, do I have a backup streamer? Or like, do I have a co?
Yeah, I'm.
Right, hold on. Bear with me, folks. I stream it on Discord here, so you can see.
I am in F1 too.
Well, I'm streaming it anyway, so hopefully that'll work.
Okay.
Right, but anyway, Larsy boy is back with you. I would have been with you from the start, but you can blame my sister for that. So, no, I really can. And as we come back, Girl immediately gets a 3-second time penalty. So we're back after a short safety car and changing the stream over. Eversnaxall has left the session. May his internet rest in peace. I'm lagging a bit as well, I have to say. I think it might be something to do with the EA servers. There are cars jumping around everywhere. And speaking of cars jumping around, we've got positions changing. Christian is getting absolutely swamped. He may lose 3 positions by the end of turn 1. Noah goes through, Jamie goes through, and Tunari trying to go around the outside and does make it through. So 3 places down for Christian at the end of the first lap of the restart. So as it stands, and he's about to lose another one to Meepo. Christian is not having a fun time on his 11 lap old hards. He's struggling at the minute. I was expecting Jamie to struggle as well, but it seems like he's doing okay. So, as it stands, Noah leads from Jamie, Tunari, Meepo, Christian, Makeender, Run Cruiser, Crystals, Skoloin, Gurla in the top 10. Behind them is Tug, Kit, Lepson, Verse, John Wick, Santos, Vasco and Smelto. As Christian loses out again, this time to Makeender. We got a lovely onboard shot of that over the shoulder. Not so lovely for Christian's perspective, obviously. Your 2 DNFs at the minute, Joel8 and Nycow.
The stream isn't working, it still shows intermission.
Hold up. Don't know why it's doing that. Let's try this. Are we good?
Let me see. Yeah, we're good.
We're good. Sorry about that, folks. You can see it's still lagging even on my end, though, and I usually have pretty good internet. So I do think there is something wrong with the game, something on EA's end. I don't think it was really Snaxal's internet or anything like that. Look at the. I mean, you can see on my Is it lagging on your end?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely something wrong on EA servers, but we will persevere. We race on. And as it stands, we've missed all the action now. Closest battle on the track at the minute appears to be... Well, it's actually down 8th and 9th there, as we have Crystals defending from... not Crystals, sorry, Gurla defending from Skoloin and losing out. Skoloin up to P10 in the Williams. We're following Tug at the minute. Just trying to get a good view of this battle. We'll go on board with Skullloin, and Gurla is losing even more positions at the minute. Elected to stay out on the hards for a bit longer. They're paying the price. Down to 11th. Those hard compound tires struggling in comparison to the fresher rubber around them. As Kit, also known as Rickety, also known as the man who stole my first ever pole. Yeah, I still remember him. I still remember Monza Rickety, goddammit. Is hunting down Gurla. That's one of the closest battles on track at the minute. It's pretty close up at the front though, as well. Under DRS. Here we go. What can Tanari do? Can they take the lead? What can Jamie and Meepo do as well? Noah moves out to defend, but it's a lost cause. The Skullloin gets 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane and retires from the session as well. Side by side through turn 1, Noah and Jamie. Noah just holding the line there, but Tunari now takes the lead of the Grand Prix in the Mercedes. I'm surprised Noah's under that much pressure, to be honest, from Jamie. Jamie on much older tires. As Crystals picks up 3 seconds for a warning, so too does Gurla. Time penalties everywhere on this track, as you'd expect somewhat. It's very easy to exceed track limits on this fast flowing circuit.
So Crystal's having 3 seconds and Gorilla is having 6 seconds, and John Wick and Joe and Santos also having 3 seconds.
Yep. Well, I mean, everyone always complains about the corner count, but you know what? I wish, well, there's another one for Santos. I really wish regular F1 would honestly just do it like this, do it like MotoGP. You go off the track, that's a warning. Maybe you can fight it out if you were pushed wide or something, but just have sensors in the wheels. You get all 4 wheels off the track, boom, there's a warning. Now this pussyfooting about with the stewards. I'll give the F1 games credit for that to a degree. The only problem with the F1 games is you can't really appeal them. Tunari right now will be appealing to some sort of higher power to save him from that McLaren. Only loses the 1 position though. Noah retakes the lead. Jamie unable to make an impression.
Gorilla is going for the pit. I think he's going for mediums now. Yeah, he's going for mediums. And someone joined us. Yeah, everything's joined back. Hello.
Yeah, just want to let you know, technically I'm back.
I don't think it was your internet. I've been lagging. The car's been jumping around as well on my end. Not that it's undrivable, but it looks really weird. So I think it's something on the EA server. To be honest, sorry, not server, just EA's end, Steam's end, whatever it is. It's definitely not EA server because it's peer-to-peer.
The stream does look good now, though, so I do think it was an issue with mine.
Well, maybe somewhat, but again, they've been jumping about quite a bit.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've got this massive train at the front. Swapping positions on the main straight, but aside from that, not really a whole lot of movement in the rest of the field. A bit more of a tactical battle this, we'll see how it all plays out. Be interesting to see what Jamie can do. He obviously still has to, actually I haven't really seen that. Where is my spectator menu? Who has made pit stops yet? Yeah, Jamie really out of sync with the rest of the runners here. The safety car has not helped him. He's the highest non-pit stop runner, so by that logic, Meepo is net P4, as Noah loses out the lead again. They've been swapping lap after lap. Tug will benefit massively from this. He should go up to P5, Kid up to P6. Lots of cars out of sync with the rest of the pit stops. And running on very old compound, or hard compound tires.
And Smelto already gained 8 positions. He started last in the grid and already is 12th.
Oh, as Makender joins our penalty group. Oh, looking up hard going into the hairpin there.
So maybe Leps is going for points, but we will see, we will see.
It's more of a tactical battle at the front. As Gurla now gets a penalty, another penalty actually. They've had some before that. What are they up to now? 6 or 9?
The penalties are, let me see, 9. Having 9 seconds in time penalty.
Jammy finally loses out to Meepo down to turn 1. Last lap breakers, and presumably at this point Jammy's plan and that of the older compound tyres is just to, well, presumably stick it out and pray for another safety car. What more can you do? He's going to lose so many positions coming into the pits. Further back, Gurla, Crystals and Verts. There's a lot of action happening at the back there. Oh no, it's not. They're all in the pits, that's why. We have yellow sector 3. Verts retires in the pits. He's had enough. I bet you Jammy's heart was in his mouth there thinking, yes, finally another safety car. As his car comes back out onto the track. Because the AI doesn't know about stopping in the pit lane and staying there. GG, Cody's GG. Now then. Once again, it's this gaggle of 5 cars, essentially. Christian's not a million miles away. But taking Jammy out of the equation to pit... Oh, whoa! Everyone's coming in! Are we going to have any accidents coming to pit lane? No, we all survived. But everyone is coming in. Jammy goes on. He's still yet to pit. So all the medium compound runners are pitting. So, well, this has changed everything. Jammy now actually has a chance to be in with a shot of winning this race now. He's got a clear track in front of him.
Yeah, but he's having very, very old tires. 17 lap old hards.
I mean, he was staying with the front runners, and they will have to spend a lap getting their tires up to temp. So, don't think it's unheard of that he could move up a few places or get the win here.
So Markender, the only one who pitted for hard tires, I think. Yeah, the only one for hard tires. You'll see if it pays off. And Kid with a 3-second time penalty also.
Oh no. We'll keep an eye on Jammy here. Because he could. We'll have to see where he comes out. He was in the battle for the lead. He was what was he, P3? Presumably he will come in this lap. And indeed he does. So where does he come out relative to the rest of the field?
Maybe 8th? Wait. Could be.
Let's see where he comes out. And yes, Jammy, the undercut was beneficial. It seems, or was it? No, here comes Noah. It's going to be tight.
And Joe Santos also, again, with
that's like a 9 seconds. So he comes out, he did effectively come out exactly where he was. Now, of course, he's got 1 lap better tyres, but they're all in the same compounds. This is going to be a battle of pace now, essentially. The other question, of course, is, let's see if we have a look at who has done the pit stops. Who has pitted? So everyone's done their mandatory stop. So now it's a question of, can the hard runners keep these going to the end for another 10 laps, or will they have to pit again? Because that could lead to a few interesting battles coming through the field. Meanwhile, in the battle for the net lead, effectively, Tunari right under the wing of Noah. Further back, we've also got Christian trying to make his recovery. He's just pitted. He's chasing down Crystals and Run Cruiser on the fringes of the points. As we get fastest lap after fastest lap, Meepo holds it at the minute. And Shirley with DRS. 3 wide going down the back straight. Or the main straight, sorry. And Christian does take the lead of that battle. P10 for the McLaren driver. Further up front, Smelto trying to find his way past Lepson. That's the battle for what is currently 3rd. Whether they have to pit again or not, we do not know. But Smelto getting ahead of Lepson as Gurley gets another time penalty. What was that,
Now
12?
it's-
Is that 12 seconds now?
Yeah, 12 seconds with Joe and Santos.
Oh, and God, Ferrari spun at the back as well. Gurley spun it as well for good measure. And will rejoin in last place, but still cracking on. Maybe thinking, look, it's a war of attrition. A few more DNFs and I could be in the points. You might as well give it a try if you're not there at the end, you don't know. Jammy is right at the end of the rear wing of Meepo.
Ooh, and Gorilla is going wide.
Very hot tires, I imagine.
Yeah. Maybe he's was fighting too much for
Could
position.
possibly be,
Yeah. He's having so hot tires.
Down the back straight.
Understeer-
Maykinder gets
oh!
10 seconds for his being in the pit lane, but he retires anyway, so that's another one gone. We're down to 15 runners now.
Man, that's sad. So Tough is keeping the gap behind John. Keeping
Yep.
the bleh. Sorry. Tough is holding the gap from John Wick with 7 seconds, but he also is having a 3-second time penalty. And Gorilla is going for the pit also and retires. We are down,
So we're down to
14.
14.
No, Joe Santos is the only one with 12 seconds. And time penalty.
Sorry if I'm not changing the camera real quick, I'm just checking something.
And there's lots of fighting going on. Jamie is overtaking Lepson.
Well, we saw that one on camera.
Oh, right. Thanks. So Jamie is taking the lead for the fight of Lepson, Jamie, and Christian. I think Christian wasn't involved.
So Jammy now... Yeah, Jammy and Meepo doing battle. The net leader, assuming that the hard runners have to pit again, net leader is still Noah at the minute. He's right under the rear wing of Smelto. Smelto, again out of sync unless he's thinking he can go to the end. It's really his only option, I suppose. He's losing positions hand over fist right now to this lead group. But he might well be able to stay ahead and get some decent points. They're all concertining up into turn 1. And Smelto just let about 5 cars go. He knows this isn't his fight. His best bet is to tag onto the back of these cars and try and follow them through, hope one of them makes a mistake or something. But with 8 to go, including what's left of this one, it's not looking promising for Smelto. There's still a fairly decent gap to Tug in the lead. Tug might be able to try and ride this one home, especially if these ones keep battling, because it'll cost them time. Jamie trying to find a way past Meepo. They are gaining on Noah, on John Wick and Tug. But they are starting to run out of laps as well.
So is Smelto staying on the hard with 17 laps? His hards are 17
He's been on
laps old.
17, so that would be another 7. That'd be 21 laps on the hards.
Ooh, that's tough.
It's not. I mean, they are very tough. These are very tough tires.
And Christian with a 3-second time penalty.
Oh no, that's ruined his fight back somewhat.
Did I say Christian? Yeah, I said Christian, right?
Yeah, you said Christian.
Alright. I thought I said crystals.
Nah, he didn't say crystals. Don't worry.
Alright, thanks.
We're sort of focusing the camera on this pack here, but they are the closest on the track at the minute. I mean, further down the field, Lepson still shadowing Smelto. Run Cruiser is trying to make a move on Christian for P9, but this is still the closest battle at the minute. Noah, Meepo, and Jammy, and Tunari as well. They've all caught up to John Wick. But John Wick himself has lost time to Tug. Tug is now is just over 10.5 seconds up the road. It'll be 5 to go on this lap. So we 5 to go. John Wick will be dispatched of fairly easily, although he might try and sneak back in the middle of this pack. This could be spicy. Jammy thought he saw an opportunity there, and maybe he has. He's trying to get past Meepo here, who's been held up a bit, but nothing doing. John Wick slots in between the pack, and now they're trying to go either side of him. They want to get past John Wick as quickly as possible. But John Wick picks up 3 seconds for a corner cut. He's banging wheels with Jammy.
But it wasn't his fault.
Well, he can try and get that removed.
Yeah, I think it was the fault of Meepo. He pushed him out.
Well, yeah, but he'd have to also make sure he gets no further warnings for the rest of the race, because then that would just constitute the 3-second penalty anyway. So it's not guaranteed he'd get it removed yet. And I know that leagues are very funny about removing 3-second penalties. But as it stands, Meepo, they've all made it past. So 9.5 the gap, as we're coming into sort of the third sector. Can Tug, our race leader, hold on? He's on 17 lap old hards, and they're only going to get worse, but then of course the mediums will also start to die off towards the end a bit. Remember, leaders were coming in about lap 11.
Eagle Ghost is asking, where's Justin? I don't see him right now.
What is it?
Where's Justin? Eagle Ghost asks.
Where's who? Justin?
Justin, yeah.
Who's Justin?
An F1 driver, I think.
No idea then. I literally just got pulled into this session like at the last minute, so actually halfway through the session, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Justin isn't attending today because I haven't seen him yet. So yeah, maybe he didn't attend. Kid also again with a 3-second time penalty. That's where is he? 6 seconds for him.
Oh god.
Oh, and Joe Santos with 15 seconds worth of time penalties. How do you know? How do you don't know Justin? I mean, I know him.
I'm thinking. I'm trying. Look, I'm not good with names in general. Okay, but at the front, we've got more moving in positions, and this is exactly what Tug wants. He'll be hoping these guys slow each other up by battling. Tunari has lost out to Noah and Jammy, and Meepo is trying to go his way around the inside there. All 4 of these guys know that they could potentially win this race if they play their cards right.
That for sure was a warning for Jamie. He extended the track limits too much. And Room Cruiser is a bit aggressive on the throttle. He's having some wheel spin.
Oh, John Wick.
Christian is going for the overtake of John Wick.
Yep, Christian, yep, there he goes. And Run Cruiser trying to go around the outside. That's a brave move, even if John Wick is on older tyres. Well held, sir. And Run Cruiser still chasing down Christian. Christian, of course, with the time penalty, so Run Cruiser's already net ahead, but maybe feels he's quicker and could potentially catch the front runners. Got yellow sector 2. That is, I want to say that's Santos. It is Santos recovering from a spin, as Basco will catch up to him. I'll be for 13th place. Noah loses out to Jammy. Tug holding on to the lead for the minute. The gap down to 7.8, but only 3 laps to go, including this one. I think Tug may have done enough so far. Doesn't look like they're closing the gap quickly enough. So really this is a battle for the second step on the podium at the minute. locking up quite a lot at the minute. Wants to watch those tires. Not over yet. Nothing to say the Tug won't make a mistake or anything like that. At the minute, it's looking good for him. 7.2 with 2 laps to go.
So Joan Santos is closing the gap to Besco, maybe.
He is, but so is Tunari on Noah. Sorry, Noah on Jamie, I should say. Jamie swings it around the outside. Does Tunari see an opportunity to get through? Christian gets ahead of Run Cruiser. Sorry, Run Cruiser was already ahead. John Wick falling further back. Crystals is now ahead of him. Those Smelto on the oldest compound tires, by the way. Shouts to him on 23 lap old hards. There'll be 24 laps by the time he's finished.
That's almost the entire race.
Basically, yeah. And it was a gamble, but it hasn't really paid off. He may take away a point, or Lepson could chase him down on slightly fresher hards and take away that precious point for the Haas team.
Joao is in the pit lane, but
Oh, Santos going to the softs, maybe trying to steal fastest lap.
oh, come on, dude, that's not fair.
Well, he's nothing in the rules against it.
Yeah, but it's just
I know, but there's
ruining-
nothing in the rules against it, so.
should be. Well, in the 2025, the fast lap point will be removed. Markender,
Makender leaves the session, but he was already out, so that's okay. We're on the
Yeah.
final lap. This might be the last chance to make the moves. Noah gets through. Tunari trying to go around the outside, doesn't make it through this time. And with 6.2 seconds of gap, it looks all good for Tug at the minute. So this is the battle for the rest of the podium places. And you know how people tend to get silly on the final lap, so let's see if anything happens here. As we come round in the final corner, the gamble paid off for Tug. He comes round the final corner. We're going to watch as Meepo gets 3 seconds for being forced wide there. That may go to the stewards. Tug will take the race win. Who's going to be second across the line? We've got DRS for one final time. Noah makes it across the line in second. Jamie third. Tunari fourth. Meepo in fifth, but whether he will dispute, even if he disputes the penalty, it's not going to change his position. Fifth for Meepo, Run Cruiser in sixth, Christian seventh, Smelto eighth, Crystals will take ninth, and John Wick loses out on the final point to Lepson. Does Santos get the fastest lap of the race? We'll find out. He's coming through the second sector at the moment, pushing for all he's worth, trying to snatch a point away and some form of glory. Will it be enough? He's gone purple sector 2. Although the game can sometimes glitch with that. Did he invalidate there? Nope, he's just within the track limits. And round the final corner. Can Santos snatch fastest lap? He's burned basically all of his ERS. And he does, I saw it pop up at the end. Santos with the fastest lap of the race. Make of that what you will. There we go, the flying fin. Was it an expected outcome for you boys? I don't know. I didn't see the start of the race, so I'm not too sure. So there we go. Your positions as it stands. Tug the race winner, Noah 2nd, Jamie 3rd, Janari 4th, Meepo 5th, Run Cruiser 6th, Christian 7th, Smelto 8th, Crystals 9th, and Lepson with a final point in 10th. Behind them, John Wick, Kit, Basco, Santos, Gerla and Makender are classified, Verch, Skoloin, Joel, and Nykow, your DNFs. Oh no, they weren't classified, sorry, I apologise, they weren't. Just saw that at the end there. So there we go. I'm not sure what way we're going to handle interviews and stuff because I didn't really see most of the race. So I will change to the interviews section, but I think I better let you boys handle the interviews, to be honest.
Alright, I already prepared some questions.
Ooh,
I
look
hope
at
the
this.
drivers are prepared for joining the interviews today.
Hi, I'm technically here as well, but of course I can't really say that much because I mostly saw qualifying. But yeah, I'm sure we'll handle it some way.
Fair enough, we'll see if anyone shows up. Give them a wee minute or two. So we've been kind of light on interviews in recent races.
These drivers know they're fast, they don't need us telling them the same as well. But of course it would be nice to have somebody in the interviews channel so we can pull them in, perhaps our race winner. Come on. I think the issue might just be that these Finns, they don't like talking. And all you do in the interviews is talk, so they're just doing the Kimi and they go onto their yacht and have a drink instead of going to the interviews.
Right. Doesn't look like anyone's going to show up at the minute. Maybe they thought the stream died halfway through. Yeah. Don't think anyone's showing up, so we'll call it there probably. Apologies for the technical difficulties there, guys. It happens sometimes, you know what Codemasters games are like, but hopefully you got to see all the important parts of the race. I think we only really missed the safety car, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, but it wasn't so spectacular.
Not the most spectacular race, but still a pretty good one, I feel. From what I saw, anyway. But for now, that's all we've got. So, I shall leave you guys to have a very nice evening. Thanks for trying snacks. Hopefully the internet problems sort themselves out.
They absolutely did not, but I will be in contact with whoever is responsible, and I'll be back soon. I promise.
I was going to say, yeah, ask for Santa to bring you some new internet providers for Christmas. Because, of course, that's our Christmas break. We are back on... What date are we back on?
Well, we are back tomorrow with Tier 2.
Well, yes, but if you're only watching Tier 1.
Yes, if you are only watching Tier 1, then we will have just a short Christmas break. And we will be back in Spain for the next race on the 1st of January. So right as the start for the next week, for the next year, that is your chance to join us again.
Gosh, you're ambitious, aren't you? I don't know if I'll be able to make that. That'll be an interesting one to see how many can actually make that on New Year's Day. Most will be still pissed in bed. But anyway, we'll see what happens. But yes, we will obviously be back on the same channel tomorrow for Tier 2. Until then, if I don't speak to you guys before that, have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we shall say the same to all of the viewers at home as well. So, Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a blessed one. And we shall see you in the new year for more SLR action. Until then, take care, everybody.